Simone Veil, DBE, born 13 July 1927, is a French lawyer and politician who served as Minister of Health under Valéry Giscard d'Estaing, President of the European Parliament and member of the Constitutional Council of France. A survivor from the Auschwitz-Birkenau concentration camp where she lost part of her family. She is the Honorary President of the Fondation pour la Mémoire de la Shoah. She was elected to the Académie française in November 2008. She is best known for pushing forward the law legalizing abortion in France on 17 January 1975. Early years. Veil was born Simone Veil Jacob, the daughter of a Jewish architect in Nice, Alpes-Maritimes, France. In March 1944, Veil's family was deported, Simone, her mother and one sister, Milou, to Auschwitz-Birkenau, then Bergen-Belsen, where her mother Yvonne died shortly before the camp's 15 April 1945 liberation. Veil's father and brother also died. They are last known to have been sent on a transport to Lithuania. Veil's other sister, Denise, who had been arrested as a member of the resistance, survived her imprisonment in Ravensbrück. Milou died in a car crash in the 1950s. Veil returned to speak at Auschwitz-Birkenau in 2005 for the 60th anniversary of the liberation of the camps, having obtained her baccalaureate in 1943 before being deported. She began the study of law and political science at Sciences Po and at the University of Paris, where she met her future husband Antoine Veil. The couple married on 26 October 1946, and have 3 sons, Jean-Nicolas and Pierre-François. Antoine Veil died on 12 April 2013, at the age of 86, after 66 years of marriage. Veil became an attorney and worked for several years as a civil servant in the Ministry of Justice. Political career. Ministry of Justice. Having graduated from the Institut d'études politiques de Paris with a law degree, she renounced her career as a lawyer, and in 1956, successfully passed the national examination to become a magistrate. Veil then entered and held a senior position at the National Penitentiary Administration under the Ministry of Justice, where she was responsible for judicial affairs and improved women's prison conditions and treatment of incarcerated women. She abandoned this post in 1964 to become Director of Civil Affairs, during which she improved French women's general rights and status. She successfully achieved the right to dual parental control of family legal matters and adoptive rights for women. In 1970, she became Secretary General of the Supreme Council of the Magistracy. Minister of Health. From 1974 to 1979, she was Minister of Health in the governments of Prime Ministers Jacques Chirac and Raymond Barre. She pushed forward the following notable laws: making access to contraception easier, the sale of contraceptives such as the combined oral contraceptive pill were made legal in 1967, legalizing abortion in France, her hardest political fight, and the one for which she is best known. The abortion debate was a particularly difficult time, as those in favor of keeping abortion illegal launched personal and aggressive attacks against Veil and her family. However, since the passing of the law, many have paid tribute to Veil and thanked her for her courageous and determined fight. European Parliament. Veil was elected as a member of the European Parliament in the 1979 European election. In its first session, the new Parliament elected Veil as its president, which she served as until 1982. As well as being the first president of the elected parliament, she was the first female president since the parliament was created in 1952. In 1981, Veil won the prestigious Charlemagne Prize. She was re-elected in the 1984 election and became the leader of the Liberal Democrat group until 1989. She was re-elected for the last time in the 1989 election, standing down in 1993. Between 1984 and 1992 she served on the Committee on the Environment, Public Health and Food Safety, and the Committee on Political Affairs. After standing down from these committees she served on the Committee on Foreign Affairs and its related subcommittee on Human Rights. Between 1989 and 1993 she was also a Member of Parliament's delegation to the ACP-EU Joint Parliamentary Assembly, serving as its vice-chairwoman until 1992. Return to French government. From 1993 to 1995 Veil was again a member of the cabinet, serving as Minister of State and Minister of Health, Social Affairs and the City in the government of Prime Minister Edouard Balladur. Member of the Constitutional Council. In 1998, she was appointed to the Constitutional Council of France. In 2005, she put herself briefly on leave from the Council in order to campaign in favor of the treaty establishing a constitution for Europe. This action was criticized, because it seems to contradict the legal provisions that members of the Council should keep a distance from partisan politics. The independence and impartiality of the Council would be jeopardized, critics said, if members can put themselves on leave in order to campaign for such project. In response to this opposition, Veil challenged the attacks, claiming that she, the President of the Constitutional Council and colleagues had deliberated on the issue beforehand and they had given her permission to take her leave without having to resign. Being a staunch supporter of the European project, she believed others should not ignore the historical dimension of European integration. Honours and other activities. In 1998, she was awarded an honorary damehood by the British government. In 2003, she was elected to the board of directors of the International Criminal Courts Trust Fund for Victims. In 2005, she was awarded with the Prince of Asturias Award in International Cooperation. In 2007, she was awarded the North-South Prize of the Council of Europe. In 2007, Veil surprised many observers by declaring her support for the neoconservative presidential candidate Nicolas Sarkozy. She was by his side on the day after he received 31% of the vote in the first round of the presidential elections that year. Veil entered the Académie française in 2008, the sixth woman ever to do so. Veil joined the Académie's 40 Immortals at the 13th seat, originally the seat of Jean Racine. Her induction address was given in March 2010 by Jean de Messon. On her sword, given to her as to every other immortal, is engraved her Auschwitz number, the motto of the French Republic and the motto of the European Union. In 2010 she received the Coudenhove Kalergi badge by the Europa Union Munster. She also participates as jury member for the Conflict Prevention Prize awarded every year by the Fondation Chirac. She was awarded the Grand Cross of the Légion d'Honneur in 2012. Political career mandates. Governmental functions. Minister of Health, the 28th of May 1974 to 29 March 1977. Minister of Health and Social Security, the 29th of March 1977 to 3 April 1978. Minister of Health and Family, the 3rd of April 1978 to 4 July 1979. Minister of State, Minister of Social Affairs, Health and City, the 31st of March 1993 to 16 May 1995. Electoral mandates. President of European Parliament 1979 to 1982. Member of European Parliament 1982 to 1984. Chair of the European Liberal Democrat and Reform Party, July 1984–July 1989. Other functions: member of the Constitutional Council of France, March 1998 – March 2007. President of the Shoah Foundation, 2000 to 2007. Member of the Board of Directors of the French Institute of International Relations.